Warhol's perceived audience and future was destined for more cosmopolitan, progressive, and edgy tastes. Provincial Pittsburgh would have likely blunted his prospects. He opted to seek his fortune and distinctive vision within New York City. Taking his memory of the paintings, drawings, and stained glass creations from St. John's Byzantine Church, he approached New York City with ambitions and nearly immediate success. He began as a renowned illustrator for fashion, notably women's shoes. He created a production center called The Factory, venturing into additional medias including music, publishing, and film. Once installed, his creativity lunged forward, never scanning a mirror backwards. Warhol's earliest school sketches framed an embedded memory of the Pittsburgh he adored from an arm's distance. One of his favorite drawing locations was near the site that would become the future Andy Warhol Museum. Warhol throughout his life hedged in interviews on the legitimacy of his originality. Many art critics praised him for his adaptation of contemporary design tools such as screen printing rather than the novelty of his ideas. Part of his attraction is that his imagery was accessible and simplistic to interpret. His output blurred the traditional boundaries between highbrow and common computer taste. He didn't bother to distinguish the difference. He was a superb marketeer that comprehended strategic placement of his work. He understood that maintaining your production in high-profile collections, exhibitions, auction houses, and museums far exceeded subjective genius. He heightened his visibility by courting controversy with shocking conceptual themes or framing celebrities from a distinct perspective. His visibility within the art world and relationship with publishing patriarchs maintained his relevancy. There remains a debate as to whether he belongs within the pantheon of great artists. Selling prices of his work often dominate the discussion, but remain distant criteria from actual talent and longevity. Warhol died abruptly on February 22, 1987, from complications following a routine gallbladder operation. He was 58 years old and his funeral was attended by only close confidants. His unforeseen departure may have prevented his reputation from an inevitable long-term decline. His works mirrored the era when they were created. Pittsburgh generously honored its native son with an art museum bearing his name. The displays inside chronicle each stage of his life and professional accomplishments. His career and influence is also acknowledged by the renaming of the former 7th Avenue Bridge after him. Warhol's most famous attributed quotation is that art is what you can get away with. It becomes a subjective interpretation that nearly anything can be considered fine art. Perhaps he was astute in this observation, or simply acknowledging the limitation of perceived greatness.